One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. We are back at it. You know what I'm saying? What is it? About 2:53. Started the live a little bit late. My bad. My bad. L for the lateness. Big salute to everybody who's popping up on Instagram right now. Big salute to everybody who's popping out on all the platforms that we are on. It's showing me right now. For some reason, I'm only on Instagram. Sorry, YouTube and Facebook. I'm gonna add X. Okay. They're telling me I can't add X. Well, not matter. We are back at it. We've got a lot of things to get into today. Salute to Rap Montrealais that's popping up in the chat over there on Instagram. Murphy Trucking GLC or GLLC. We got a lot to get into today. I'll get into the list of topics right off the top. Big Meech is home. A lot of people are celebrating it. I think I have some mixed opinions on the celebration of Big Meech. However, welcome home, Big Meech. We'll definitely get into that. I'm going to give you guys an update on that picture that I posted on this Instagram page that you guys are looking at me on here. But for the people over here on YouTube, on the We Love Hip Hop Network Instagram page, I posted a picture of Top 5 and I last night. I'm going to definitely get into that and give you guys an update on what's going on with that. Sharp gets his feelings super, super, super hurt by the boy Drizzy Drake. We'll definitely get into that and what, the whole lore of what happened with that. A man offers $50K for the location of 3 robbers. I want to talk about that as well. Hassan Campbell gets demonetized. And I have a big India versus Canada international relations type of thing going on here. So gather around. Let's have a conversation. Big salute to Burrow Sounds TV, aka DJ Czar, popping up in the chat. Let me check my audio, make sure my audio sounding good. 1 second. Audio sounding crispy. Okay, so let's get it popping. For all the people over here on Instagram, pop out youtube.com/we love hip hop. Let's go. Let us go. So, big salute to everybody. Second live for the week. I'm trying to do some more laps when it comes to this YouTube live stuff. You know what I mean? Try to maybe even up it to 3 to 4 times a week, if possible. It depends on how much time is going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? Man's have podcasts to record and, things to edit and all types of stuff and a whole actual life to live. But make yourselves be seen over here in the chat. Comment gang strong. I think I should do a couple of shares over here on the back end. Pause. While I'm doing that, I'm going to give a few salutes to the sponsors. Big salute to Diamond Club. Okay, Diamond Club is the provider of some of the loudest loud in the GTA. They also have delivery in the GTA and across Canada. Make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, Diamond Club _Canada. You could also find them on the 7 Days of Weed website. Use the code We Love Hip Hop. Get yourself a little discount. You heard me. Also, if you need some of that blemity blem, make sure to hit up Steamin' Hot Grabber. Okay, I got a grabber shaker right here. Some of the finest grabber. Hit them up on their Instagram page if you need some delivery in the GTA. Steamin' Hot Grabber on Instagram. You could also use the code We Love Hip Hop and get yourself a little discount. Last but not least, I want to give a big salute to my people in Ottawa and expanding over here to the GTA. Big shouts to Only Loud, Canada's one-stop shop for your favorite legacy brands and all things loud. Only Loud provides mail order delivery nationwide and in same-day delivery in Ottawa and same-day delivery that's going to be starting in the GTA soon. Okay. Check them out on their website, onlyloud.ca, or follow them on their socials. You can hit them up on their Instagram page, Only Loud Canada, or you can find them on Snapchat, onlyloud.ca. All right. Big up to the sponsors. And I'm going to be drinking some of this drink here, courtesy of not lean. Okay. YouTube, it's not lean. Calm down. I'm going to be drinking some of this THC drink, courtesy of Pink Kush Factory. Hit them up also on their Instagram page, Pink Kush, but Kush spelled KXSH Factory. All right. Big salute to the sponsors. What's going on over here? If there's any topics that y'all want me to get into, let me know off the top. But if not, I'm going to get into, let's get into this top 5 stuff. Borough Sounds is like, please talk about the top 5 thing. I know, broski. Zara was in attendance yesterday. I'm gonna pull up a picture over here, courtesy of the gram. Follow me on Instagram, Friday Ricky Dread. That's DRED. Actually, I'm gonna go to the We Love Hip Hop page. Follow us over there on the We Love Hip Hop Network. Okay. I posted this yesterday. I think there's supposed to be an audio in there too, but I can't hear the audio. But yeah, top 5. The boy Friday Ricky Dread. We got to meet in person. Chris Aubrin says Gucci third leg is in Toronto right now. He's going to infect the community. Oh no! Oh no! It's probably too late, man. God damn. Did we get his test results back yet? Anyhow, let me not get sidetracked. So I had a meeting, let's say, with the boy top 5. And people have been pretty excited from what I can see in the comments. I put in the caption this. All right. Fire emojis, different types of emojis. There's Baby Shay in the comments. Friday. Gucci 416. Big salute to Gucci 416. That's my brother. He says, finally. We got Friday and top 5 on a podcast before GTA 6. Yo. This guy over here. Why is everybody calling him Tim Duncan? He didn't know about the whole lore, the Tim Duncan lore. What is this? 6'9" and Adam Glock 9. Is that supposed to be an Adam 22 joke? I don't get it. So I'm always trying to be as transparent as I can be with my audience. I'm not here to pump fake the audience and all that type of ish. So I'll tell y'all this. We did have a meeting yesterday. We had everything set up to go just in case that the interview went down. I got to tell y'all, when it comes to dealing with somebody like top 5, and I think y'all can tell from the outside, he's unpredictable. Okay, he's not one of the people that you can just know what his next move is going to be. So when he pulled up, I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was gonna do the interview. Down to Earth says, did he say he was going to bring peace or all bull? Well, I think he's on the works of making peace. DJ Zara, pop out if you want to. I'm going to see if I could pull up a little bit of what we were vlogging behind the scene, because Zara was behind the scenes vlogging, trying to get as much behind the scenes content as possible. And we got some. Zara said he's on road. We got some. I'll play a little bit. I can't play much. I gotta be honest with y'all. I can't play much. I'm literally going into my hard drive. It's not even uploaded anywhere. Let's do this. Top 5 BTS. Find it. It's gonna be on. All right. Salute to B3. B3.
I'm assuming Elliot's page.
That freeze frame is crazy. We upload it and we'll fucking release it. Hey, Friday, watch your potty mouth. To be fucking oh my gosh, it's too early in the stream for that, bro. On him, bro. They won't be like, yo, who the fuck? They'll be like, who the fuck's this interviewer guy? You know, this is crazy that y'all hearing me curse like this, because I really don't curse like this in front of the camera. This is usually behind the scenes. If I was doing mad interviews, I wouldn't like it, bro. I'd be like, bro, you talk too much.
Even at that, I'm looking at some younger artists that are just coming up, and like, you know what we're saying, it's the same interviewers that are doing them. I feel like they would be more interesting if they had different interviewers that were still good interviewing them. Like I think that's why everyone likes Nardwar interviews.
That's that's
how you know it's a good interview.
He created a moment, right? Let's get to the shits.
Buddy? I'll show you where we do. Oh, very much. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, man. Squad, get comfortable still. What's going on?
Are you guys gonna be on camera?
No, let's take a seat. Hold on, let's talk.
I was gonna get some extra stools and shit. See, I'll be right back.
Push that off, brother.
I gotta be honest. There's only so much of this I can play.
Probably the chairs. I don't even know. But definitely the stools are easier.
So, that's frustrate the hell out of me, man. We talked. There's mic set up. Y'all see mics. See my mixer here, right? Tascam Model 12 ready to go. Multiple mics set up. 1, 2. I think I probably had like 5, 6 mics set up just in case. But we did not conduct the interview yet. All right. Picks.
Okay. This is the phone? Okay. My flash is in the room still. With my battery. Sorry, sir.
I'm gonna set up a poll here at the same time.
The link will finally happen. You see how those pics look? You see those, Freddie? This
Look, floss, nigga.
Oh, no, I can't do it with Salim, bro. Right now, the image is crazy. I gotta go put on a 10K fit for this.
Oh, shit.
And I gotta put 10 niggas behind me. I don't want the couch to sit like this. I want to set it up different where there's 10 niggas behind. What, you know your regular place?
So I'll stop there. Yeah, we are definitely going to make the interview happen. Obviously, as you can see here now, we're in the same room. To be honest, this is the first time I met Top 5. For all of the times that we've spoken online, on the phone, epic Instagram live confrontations, all types of shit. This is the first time that me and this gentleman met in person. I set up a poll here asking, do y'all want a Top 5 interview? Obviously, I'm going to make it happen, whether the poll says 80% no, we don't want to see it. Well, guess what? I'm doing it. It's happening. But it did not happen last night. So I was planning. It's kind of hard to read how Top 5's mind works. He's a different type of individual, I'm not going to lie. But he wasn't ready to do the interview last night. We definitely did chop it up, had some good behind the scenes conversations, some that, you know, I've shown here or have here in the clip, and then some that we'll just keep to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Down to Earth said he probably don't want to talk too much because of his case. Yeah, that's one possibility. But one of the things that I will say that we did talk about behind the scenes that I can bring forth to the front of the scenes is that the fact that he's in a weird position. Okay. And I want to just maybe pick y'all brain for a minute. Pause. He's in a weird position because he can come back out and start dropping music. His visibility, his likeness has gotten a super max boost. So everybody's talking about Top 5 right now, whether we're over here in Canada or in the United States. He's getting a super extra max boost as far as his visibility. And there's enough people making content about him, and even people who've made content with him that, you know, belong to them. For example, the Leah May interview, that's on her channel. It's doing well. However, has he put out any content himself? No. As we are, it's a rhetorical question, obviously. He hasn't put out any content himself. He hasn't dropped the First Day Out song. He hasn't put out any music videos, nada. So for him to be able to start monetizing his own likeness, he has to drop content. Whether he gets with Aiden Ross and starts doing the kick streams and everything like he was talking about before, or he starts getting back to doing his music. either way, we're gonna need some content for 5 to really, really be able to be the complete success story, right? For any rapper who wants a real success story, I guess for everybody to for them to feel the pinnacle of the shit is you come back out with some music and you get a #1 song. Let's be realistic. We're here in Toronto. Toronto rappers are still on an underground level, so you're not going to get a #1 song from Top 5, like on the Billboard or something like that. Maple Leaf 34 says Friday glazing vibe is toxic. How am I glazing? I'd really like to know. There's a link that you don't even have to cam up. You can give me your opinion, bro. But I'd really like to know how I'm glazing and how Friday is fake. I'm literally telling you guys what happened behind the scenes. So how fake is that? I could really do some real asshole shit and be like, interview loading. Like Nori and Drake did when they posted the picture back, like, what, 2-3 years ago. Interview loading. Right, y'all remember that? Nori had his arm around Drake and is like, yo, Drake interview coming soon. And then Drake jumped in the comments, loading. I'm actually telling y'all what happened. I showed you the video. Jeez. What else do you want from me? Brian Fraser, what up? So, point is, it didn't happen yet. Okay, yeah. Getting back to what I was saying. Nigga got me sidetracked, bro. So he hasn't dropped any content yet. He hasn't put out any music. But here's the catch-22. He got his charges stayed. His charges weren't dropped. They were stayed, which means you can open up this case within a year. If anything happens that they feel that Top 5 and any of his people have anything to do with, then they can reconvict or start reopen the case and then have him back up in the system again. You know what I'm saying? So he's in a catch-22 because if he starts dropping music, is he gonna drop some "We Are the World, We Are the Children"? You drop that, and if he does drop that, right, like some real peaceful UMCs, PM Dawn type shit, are y'all gonna be listening to that? Or are you gonna be like, yeah, right? I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear that from Top 5 or anybody. Or do you want him to get on his demon shit? Because I heard a song from him already. He played me a song, not here at this time. Like I'm talking about more than a week ago. He played me some music. I'll tell you the truth. It's not like on some peace, love, and shit. It's on some. We back on that bullshit. But if he drops that, are the feds going to be back up on his ass trying to reopen the case? Like, look what you're saying in these songs. You haven't changed. Blah, blah. I know there's the whole component that you can't use his social media likeness against him anymore. But how far does that go? So he's kind of in a catch-22. Damned if he does, damned if it doesn't. OT87 says, how did it sound? It sounded pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I've been on record saying that he's not my favorite rapper. Okay, where's the nigga who was talking shit about me earlier? Maple Leaf 34 or Maple Leafs 34. I've been on record saying the nigga's not my favorite rapper. I'm not a liar. But he knows how to make some hooks and he knows how to select the hell out of some beats, yo. You feel me? So in all actuality, the song can go on, as they say. The song can go on. But it's back on the same shit. If he drops that, Feds is on his ass. Maybe, potentially. And then if he gets on that, we are the world's peace shit, y'all ain't gonna be listening to that shit. He'll fall off. So, like I said, he's in a catch-22. But I say all that to say, we did not conduct the interview last night. We will be conducting an interview sometime this week. Week's pretty much done. So before the end of this week, I'll probably be posting a different picture, different location. We're going to set it up where it looks super gully. We're going to have a few more people in attendance besides Top 5. Okay. And listen, this is all hopefully. Nothing's written in stone yet. Okay. But but when we do film this, okay, it's going to be a really, really good look. It's going to be something legendary. It's something the city's going to remember. It's something that people will be able to go back to and reference as far as like really finding out the real about Top 5. Because when it comes to doing interviews, I ain't going to toot my own horn, but y'all know how I do, man. A lot of people may hesitate to come to Friday Ricky Dread and the We Love Hip Hop Networks for interviews sometimes. Certain mans. We got mad interviews. There's probably 700 plus interviews in the catalog. But when you come to me, pause, I'm going to be asking you some questions sometimes that you're like, holy shit, man, you did your research. How'd you know that? Yeah, I did my research. I'll watch your interviews. I'll listen to songs. I'm going to make sure that at the end of that interview, the audience gets a different understanding or more of an understanding of the individual who I'm interviewing. All right. So salute to Top 5. Interview coming soon. All right. Don't look at this picture and be like the interview's on. It's on the way. It's uploaded. Coming soon to a YouTube and an audio near you. All right. Let's move off of this. I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of time on this. And big up to the people in the chat over here. Even you, Maple Leafs. How about that? F the Leafs. The Leafs suck. Garbage team sucking up all our money. Freaking putting a hole in our economy. And you made your name that? You're goofy. Anyhow, let's move on. Big Meech is home. Big salute to, well, I don't know if it's big salute to Big Meech. A lot of people are happy that Meech is home. Let me see if I could pull up something. I didn't even really extra prepare for this. But Meech is home. Let me see if I could find some people who's posted about Big Meech's return. How long was Big Meech gone for? Since 2007 or something like that? Long time ago. All right, let me pull up some Big Meech footage here for the gang. And then the thing is, I'm kind of conflicted.
Can't be stopped. I don't see nobody stop. I don't see none to come after us either. None. I don't nobody. I never do this again because this many niggas and this much money can't get along and stay together. They gonna fall out over girls or something. We don't fall out over no girls. We hit them all. They hit my hoes, I hit they hoes. The ones that don't want to be shared, then that's your own personal one. Other than that, then we ain't falling out over no hoes. And we got all type of niggas around here. It's short niggas, tall niggas, bald niggas.
I don't know if this is, that might be AI. Let's pull up some more stuff here. I got something courtesy of TMZ. Let's get that off the screen. Big Meech released from prison. And this happened yesterday. Finishing sentence in halfway house. I think this is one of his more recent pictures. The infamous co-founder of the Black Mafia family crime enterprise is out from behind bars and now finishing his sentence in a conferior surrounding in Florida. The Federal Bureau of Prisons tells TMZ Demetrius Big Meech Flannery, my bad, was transferred on Tuesday from FSC or FCI Coleman Low in Willwood to the community confinements overseen by BOP's Miami Residential Reentry Management Office. There's a mugshot of him. Our sources say Big Meech is now serving his sentence in a halfway house. Big Meech was arrested in 2005 and in 2008 was sentenced. Bang! Told you. I was right in there. 2007. He was sentenced to 30 years in prison after being convicted of charges related to drug trafficking and money laundering. Earlier this year, a judge shortened his sentence to almost 3 years. So I guess he got off a little early. It's unclear when Big Meech will officially finish his sentence, but the thing here is he's no longer in federal prison. Brittany K. Barnett, attorney to Big Meech and co-founder of the Buried Alive Project, tells TMZ she's overjoyed. He's free and nearly 20 years behind bar, and he's used his time in prison to focus on his own personal growth. He has the opportunity now to start a new chapter of his life. And they're talking about 50 Cent has made a little thing about him. Not a little thing. Right? The BMF series that they made on him. You know, Big Meech, other guys like Jay-Z. Who else? Give me some major drug figures in the game. Freeway Rick Ross, Freeway Ricky Rouse. A lot of big drug figures have been glorified. And when I started seeing, you know, that Big Meech was home, I was like, yeah, right on. Good for Big Meech. He finished his time. He paid his debt to society. Cool. However, is it cool? Is it cool? Because these niggas are selling drugs across America. Like the whole of the United States. Like they weren't just popular in Detroit and LA and different places like that. Like the Black Mafia family, I think when they busted them back in the days, I was watching a documentary on them way back in the day. They said they had over 700 stash houses. Like they were going crazy. And I don't want to be a hypocrite because I'm an ex-drug dealer. Obviously, I'm not going to be super holier than thou. I've been there, done that. Never on that level, obviously. But are we super happy to be like glorifying the return of the drug dealer? And can Meech, not Meech.
Even though I'm not there, I'm not the focus. And
God dang. Jesus Christ. What time is it on there? 28 minutes? Let me go quick. Holy, my bad, gang. These niggas is bugging. Let's find another video. I'm not even going anywhere more into this video. Expanding their operation and distributing drugs all across the U.S. They started linking up with different rappers in the game and basketball players. You can see Allen Iverson at parties with them. Young Jeezy was connected to these guys. A lot of stuff. They had Blue Da Vinci for a second, which really wasn't a thing. Like he never really dropped no music. It was basically cleaning money. So this guy's home now. And everybody's super, super, super happy about his return. I won't say everybody. Let me ask y'all, because I'm going to look into the chat over here. I'm asking, should we celebrate Big Meech? 69% of y'all say yes, and there is 31% of y'all that say no. I was watching a video earlier, and we're going to actually probably get back to this individual at some point with the brother Hassan Campbell. He was going off on Big Meech.
When we are praising a notorious drug dealer for coming home, laying out the red carpet for him, and then making his TV show the #1 TV show in America. So now we get to watch Little Meech portray his father as the nigga that turned my father into a fiend. And no, I'm not saying Big Meech was the one supplying my father, but he was supplying everybody else's father. And we reward that. In Black America, we reward genocide with happiness. And we consciously know after watching, because if you didn't read the books, if you just watched TV and you watched the Black Panthers, the movie, and you saw our brothers who were revolutionaries, went outside, started programs, free lunch, went outside, fought for stop signs so cars couldn't speed and run children over. These brothers that wanted to build a community was infiltrated by the CIA and the FBI and flooded dope in our community, then crack to neutralize us and make sure that we never rise back to power and become the Native Americans that we were.
Talk the things.
We can never get back that get back for our ancestors because we so high and so drunk, we can't even figure out who they are. What did Bill Ray say in that song? Who's my pops, Paul or Sam? I seen the male mom. Is it that nigga in Clinton? Niggas don't even know our ancestors. Can we look back and see who our grandfathers and great-grandfathers and great-grandfathers is? No!
Talk the things.
But we know who Big Meech is. And my
talk the things, brethren.
Daughters is supposed to marry your sons?
That boy Hassan talking.
Am I supposed to sit down at the table with you know the woman that played Big Meech's mother? She reminds me sort of my mother. My mother never accepted me being a drug dealer. In the movie, it shows you that Big Meech's mother never accepted him being a drug dealer.
Listen, man, Hassan Campbell, he's talking some truth right there. You know, Big Meech has spread a lot of pain through the community. And listen, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I'm not going to be a hypocrite and act like I haven't been out there in these streets once upon a time. But we evolve, we change. We unlearn things that we thought was cool back in the days, and things that the routes that we would use usually to make money. I'm not going to act like I'm sitting on a whole stack of money right now. But the option of just running back up in the streets and, moving that crack rock and all the things that I used to move back in the days, I'm not acting like from a community standpoint, like, I don't want to cause more poverty or cause more homelessness or whatever type shit. I understand, like, they're going to get it from somewhere. But I just don't want to be a part of the problem no more. I could find other ways of making money.
But some of you niggas in the comment section is mad at me because I won't accept the old me or the old Meech. Nor would I accept us praising and celebrating when so many kids with the foster care, so many kids got touched by Africa bare bodies, so many kids got touched by R. Kelly's because of drugs.
The man's about to break down. Hold on. I need to read this comment right here. Come on, Friday. You celebrate all of them in the community. Do I? I celebrate artistry, but I don't celebrate fuckery.
But this is what we are glorifying. We are happy for our own slaughter and wonder why when people sit at the table in America and decisions is being made over our lives. We got to look at the same people who put their knee on our necks. Why are we picking between a Trump and a Kamala Harris? Why are we not at the table at the round table with our own political party.
Okay, he's gonna go into other tangents. I gotta say, I kind of agree with Hassan Campbell. I know he's taking it to way different places. He's going right back to African Mabad and all that, but he's making some sense. A lot of the debauchery that's been happening in the community is because of the amount of drugs that have been distributed through the community. Obviously, we didn't plant the drugs in our own communities. It was planted from the outside. He's explained it here, and it's been explained in multiple videos, and y'all could do your research about the CIA and all of those different people who put crack into the communities in the first place. And then all of the people who were enlisted, like Freeway Ricky Ross was part of a whole big conspiracy that was going on with him and the CIA. Right? It was like literally using our people as pawns to take out our own people. You feel me? Down to Earth says, why not? You are celebrating top 5. Do we need to like put a term or like put a real definition on celebration and reporting on what's going on? Because to me, celebration would be, yo, Big Meech is home, or yo, top 5 is home. Hopefully gets back to that bullshit and starts turning up the crime rate. Yo, I hope he starts smoking on some more ops. We need some more shit to report on. Every op he smokes on, we could do another news story. Let's get it. Nah, B. It's kind of counterproductive sometimes in some of the shit that I do when I'm out here saying, nah, B, that's not the way you should be doing it, guys. Y'all are moving wrong. You're acting kind of immature. All of the different things that I get up on this platform and talk about when it comes to some of these young men and young women over here in Toronto, it doesn't help even me with the interviews because I'm not over here agreeing with their fuckery. All right? Trinidad, big up, like and subscribe. Drake, great name, says, what do you agree with Friday? I agree with the glorification that we do of the drug dealer above somebody who's in the community who's doing good shit. You got a lot of community activists out here who are doing great things. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Mr. Jaden Finch. We got Tara Muldoon, who's been over there doing the FU project for years. And I've had, we have Richard Miller from Keep6.org. People who I've had on the platform. And the Keep6.org interview did well, but it didn't hit the same as even me just talking about top 5. You feel me? So it's one thing if you don't try to bring any kind of balance, or you don't try to bring anybody to come in and talk about some of the wild things that we react to when we react to all these headlines. But I feel like if you want to be responsible on these microphones, it shouldn't be a thing as, you see your favorite drug dealer come home and you're like, yo, I wonder how he's gonna, spend his time home. He better go get himself 10 bitches and a brick. Let's get back to it. BMF is gonna be bigger than ever. Nah, B. And even with Big Meech, I think it'd be kind of crazy. And the man's like 56 years old now. So I don't think he's gonna come home and get right back to it. Don't get me wrong. Alpo did. And Alpo was under witness protection and all type of shit. And he still found a way to get back to it. Peace Love says, shout out Nia Singh. Salute to Nia Singh. That's my brother right there. I've had him on the platform multiple times, including during the times when he was running for mayor. Actively being in his corner, trying to help his campaign and voting. He actually one of the first people that made me go out and vote. I'm not going to lie. So I have mixed feelings when it comes to now saying, Big Meech is home. Let's celebrate. Let's go crazy and roll out the red carpet for him. he's obviously in a halfway house, so it's going to take some time before he can actually get back to what we're going to see him do in the public. Whether, we see him passing out turkeys or we see him becoming a spokesman for reform. Who knows? Who knows what the man's plan is? That's to be determined. However, as far as his past, I don't think that's to be celebrated. If anything, let's celebrate the man's future. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's celebrate Big Meech's future rather than celebrate some of the things in his past. Okay? I'm sure there was a lot of good times to be had. People were out there. Obviously, there's the video that I was watching earlier that I'm going to have to cut out of here where there was titties and ass all over the place. There was great times to be had. But that was back in the days. And a lot of those great times were on the backs of a lot of pain. So I'll say salute to him. But as far as celebrating him, that's to be determined. But let us move on. Let us move on. Salute to the comment gang. Comment gang strong. Comment gang strong. Lolita Harley says, sounds salty. Yeah. I don't know about that, but you are entitled to your opinion. Road to Success says, what can he do from a halfway house Friday? Really not much. When I was in a halfway house, all I could do is go to work, come back to the halfway house, and then on the weekends, after a space of time, I was able to go and see the girl who I was dealing with at the time and stay at the crib. And that was after. You also have to make sure that you have somebody in the community that you're allowed to go to. We're also talking about Big Meech. I'm sure Big Meech has a lot more resources than I had back in 2011. You know what I'm saying? So, salute to him. You know what? Let's stay on Hassan Campbell, actually. Let me pull up something here. Because something happened to this individual. I'm going to tell you guys straight up right now, I don't have a super extra long stream. I'm going to go through the Instagram here quick fast and just see what else.
You guys know what's coming for you. Mm-hmm. Party and Drake have a classic. Jeez. And I cannot wait. And we trying to put the finishing touches on it.
Drake and PND are finally on the finishing touches of their album.
So
the airport is calling on, and
it's a jam-packed month for me, filled with the thing that I love to do the most. Yep. You got
that sounds like Boy Wonder speaking. Those pictures look hella sus. Why do you use those pictures for?
Yo. I hope you're doing well.
What do you mean, I hope you're doing well?
No, what? Fam. I hope you're doing well. I hope everything is okay. I didn't expect to get on the live.
I'm just doing some surfing just to check to see if anything else is going on before I get to my next story.
Why wouldn't I be on live?
Fam, I'm going to leave.
Suck him out.
Who do you work for, police?
Huh?
Hope everything's well. What do you mean everything's well?
I'm being a nice person.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, no, but like the way you came on, hope everything's well. Like something like I'm supposed to be doing bad.
Yo.
Top5's always drinking something like some kind of like fruit juice or some shit before he gets on when he's on live. Did y'all see this? I'm gonna pull it up in a second. Oh, actually, did y'all see this? Brampton man offers $50K reward after robbers broke into his home and robbed his family at gunpoint. Okay, so this is what happened in the back of the man's house. Yo, Brampton's a crazy place, eh? These guys are running in the spot, bro. All right, tied up the man's mom, I guess. So it says $50K reward for Whoever finds either of these three guys who shot up my back door and broke into my Brampton home and robbed my mom with guns, 2 Somalians slash black, and a white boy around 9 to 10 p.m. in Castlemore. View next slide for clips. Only DM me if you have info. Jesus. Jeez. Oh, man. 50 bands. Whew. I'm kind of conflicted on this one, too. First of all, I'm going to ask y'all, are y'all taking the 50 bands? Okay, are y'all taking the 50K? And then once he gives that 50K to somebody to locate these guys, what are you going to do with that information there, sir? Oh, shit, man. What are you about to do with that information? You can be like, we found them. 222 tips, we got them. Or are you going to go back and slide? Let me see this nigga's Instagram. Nick, what's it? Nikki.sidu _ Oof. Oof. Oh, he's followed by some guys too. Oh, he's a guy. Gang. Oh, snap-a-lapper. Watch this. The Lambo with the doors up. Oof. Oh. We know why they went to this nigga crib. Very interesting, says, snitches don't get stitches in the real world. It's kind of facts. Damn, bro. Let me go back to his profile here. I wish I can see this a little bit closer, but on the laptop it doesn't let you see the thing a little bit closer. Let's go into his highlights. Let's get into the nosy. If you see this, bro, I'm sorry, bro. You put yourself on the internet. I gotta look now. I know what happened. His ops came for him. The niggas in the Rolls Royce. Super flexing. Super flexing. Yolanda said somebody that he knows. Yeah? Hell yeah. Super flexing. Damn, bro. Can I hold $5?
Last time I'm trying to go back. I got so much going on if I do it. When I bought the Rolls Royce, they thought it was lease.
It wasn't.
Then I bought that new Ferrari, hey, to rest in peace. I pull up in Ferraris when I hop on the...
I gotta put some mute on this. I'm not trying to get copywritten. This niggas. Wait a minute. Didn't we see a Lambo in the other one? Oh, and you're doxing yourself, my God. Bruh. Yeah, dox yourself, Bridgin. Oh, stars in the ceilings. This is the problem. And this is with all due respect to this gentleman here. Because, you know, it gets kind of sticky. I live in Toronto. But niggas got to stop flexing so hard, bro. Pause. Jeez. Ball too hard. They robbed this nigga crib and he still has 50 stacks to give a nigga. Oh, damn.
I ain't worried about what they be on. You do what you.
Damn, in the winter, just
Keep
even
it on the low, go drop a.
This nigga's playing every rapper that talks about balling too in this shit.
I just dropped the 8 inside my soda to be my.
God damn. What is this on this? Hold on. Let me pocket watch this nigga a little bit. What's up with this interior? Is that a Gucci interior? Gang. Gang. Is that a Gucci interior? I'm not as coof. I'm not as educated. Very interesting. Says he's in the masonry. We might have to hit that. Oh, and a jet. Hold on. Where's my nigga entertainment? He said, hit them with the come on, man. Boosie voice. Come on, man. The private jet, the JP, the PJ. Oh, and now the Ferrari. Come on, broski. And listen, I'm like mad slides behind. I'm not even gonna go through all this nigga slides. The ops been watching this, bro. Who's this? Bro. You're balling out of control. Them niggas knew you had it at the crib, bro. So, if y'all want to help out Nikki, how you spell it? Nikhil? If y'all want to help out Nikhil, he got 50 racks for any y'all. Big racketies, 50 racketies. Reward. And then after that, you don't ask him no questions. Okay? He's gonna take that information and go straight to the police. All right? Sure. Let's move on. This is tricky. This look a little too tricky. You know what? I should have kept the window open here for the boy Hassan Campbell. Actually, I do still have it open. Hassan Campbell got demonetized, gang. The man was just spitting the gospel, spitting some truth about Big Meech and the streets. And he's saying that Whack 100 got him demonetized. Ooh, actually, scratch that. I got other shit to get to first. Before we get to that. Very interesting. Says he's been demonetized. I know he's been demonetized before, but he got his monetization back. And then got demonetized again. And then got it back. And then again. But there's something I want to get to is a little bit more important. Not important. This thing hurt my heart yesterday, bro. I felt bad. Okay, gang, I'm going to show you all this. Have some sympathy. All right? Don't laugh. But I felt horrible when I saw this.
Leaving me, dipping out on me. Already.
Oh.
Got what you needed, I guess.
Why they do, bro? Why they keep on doing that to the pimp? Pimp down. Pimp down. I think I had some of this stuff in my stories. I keep some effery in my stories. Oh, here it is. Actually, it's on Remo's page. Let's go to Remo's page. Yo, no jumper. Adam. Suspect. I don't think Flacco's doing too much curb stomping. Who else is over there? Who's Brick Baby. Stop curb stomping Sharp, bro. You already got him, man. He's, in the fight when you're like, okay, enough. We got him. Like, he's bleeding already. Like, stop, man. Holy shit, man. Just beating the man senselessly. Drake confirms he never mentioned Sharp in his song. We didn't have to go to that, bro. You could have just left the man in his delusion, man. Yo, at first when Sharp was doing this little crash out, I was okay. I was like, you know what? This is funny. This is, you know, you make the bed that you lay in, bro. But after that, I was like, okay, all right, break it up. Enough. The man's basically in his house, chain smoking cigarettes and crying. He's just not crying on camera. When he gets up and he walks out the room, he goes to wipe his eyes. Oh no, church. Oh no, why do you guys keep on doing this to me, church? So let's see what Big 22 did. So Adam decided to go and DM Drake because one of the points of contention with this whole Sharp thing is the whole Drake mentioning him on, what record was that? The Heart Part 6? And they were not having it over there at No Jumper. They were clowning him crazy. So I'll read a little bit of this first. So he DMs Champagne Poppy, aka Drake, and says, yo, so there's this dude who did a podcast on No Jumper for a while, Sharp, and he's convinced that when you said talking about A minors, but niggas' words gotta be sharp, that you were shouting him out. All of us told him he's insane, but he's been talking about it for like 6 months. So I was wondering if you could just confirm if it had nothing to do with him. And he sent the clip of Sharp's face here. The most unflattering thing he could send. And then Drake responds, this dude? I guess maybe a question mark was supposed to be there. This dude. Oh, actually, this is still Adam. This dude. Also, he has mad photos of you up in his bathroom. Stop that, bro. Oh, you guys are, listen, and I mess with those guys over there, but fam, enough is enough. Get off of him, man. He's bleeding. Oh. This is some high-level effery right here. Let me show y'all something quick, fast. Because they're like Adam had to add extra sauce onto the shit, man. Oh, the man has mad pictures of you in his bathroom. Like, don't do that, bro. Can we get a better view of this shit? Y'all can see this? Like, make the screen bigger. All right. That's what it looked like. And he said that it was in the listen, church, it was in the bathroom for the bitches. You know, bitches love Drake. So when they go in the bathroom and they see, you know, all the albums on the wall, come on, church. It ain't nothing. Just curb stomping the hell out of this nigga, man. Oh, bro. It's like a train wreck. It's not even like a train wreck. It's like a bad fight, but you can't look away. You're looking at this person getting the shit kicked out of him. And you're like, But low-key, you still want to see the carnage. Because it's carnage at this point.
J Clip says Sharp. I wasn't tripping on the Drake pictures in the bathroom, but the Drake poster in the kitchen just too much. I don't have a Drake picture in the kitchen.
This is what I said.
What are you talking about? There's only pictures, nigga. There's fucking paintings of me, but there's no Drake picture. Do I look like Drake? Appreciate you.
You got all about to.
Yo, how come your bathroom? Yo, how come your bathroom is all over Instagram, Reddit, everything, and people are
I think that's why Drake shouted me out in this new track.
I want to do a Sharp interview, but bro, stop this, man. Sharp, you're giving him way too much ammo, my dude.
And I appreciate it.
What'd he
you know what I'm
say?
saying? Much love to him, man. He has said, here, let me go ahead and
What?
quote it real quick.
Go quote it, Sharp.
Drake
gave you a shout out, Sharp?
Yeah,
Tell him,
man. Look,
tell him what he said, Sharp.
something, you know.
I heard it.
What he
Yo,
said?
Flacco, don't do that, Flacco. Yo, where's my camera shot, man? Flacco, don't do that, man. All right, you're trying to push him over the edge. Oh yeah, I heard that. What he said. You don't even had a goddamn thing, Flacco.
Wayne's why? He said, but niggas gotta be sharp and tell the fans who was he. You feel me? Because the nigga talked about him and saying he had an A minor. He said, but niggas gotta be sharp. And I went and looked at it. I said, maybe he just said be sharp. No, he said it like how I'm feeling. I'm like, all right, yeah.
Was this the beginning of the end of Sharp? What was the date on this? 5 months ago. Let's go more. May 6th, 2024. Oh. This might be the beginning of the end of Sharp. This clip right here. How many views you got on this, Adam? 35,000. This clip right here might have been the nail that went right into the coffin, man. This might have been the snowball that got pushed over the hill before we saw all the destruction that happened to the boy Sharp. Let's rewind.
Talked about him and saying he had an A minor. He said, but niggas gotta be sharp. And I went and looked at it. I said, maybe he just said be sharp. No, he said it like how I'm feeling. I'm like, all right, yeah, he mentioned me.
Oh, wow.
I appreciate my nigga, man. Fuck with him. He saw all that shit. He saw what I was going through, what I had to stay down for.
I seen you, Church. I see you, Church. I hear you, bro. Listen, we right over here, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Through all the commotion.
And you watch no jumper.
He knows I'm outnumbered right now. He knows I'm cornered.
Yeah.
We is light-skinned niggas. Sharp. You know.
It's the light skin connection, right? I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro.
What I'm saying?
Sharp. Sharp.
Nah, it's a little different.
Sharp.
No, my name.
I appreciate my nigga Drake for shouting me out, bro.
Sharp. That's
You know what I'm saying? Whatever you gonna say, be nice.
Sharp.
It's all
Sharp.
good.
Hey, Josh.
It's all good.
Josh, look at me.
It's all good.
That shit wasn't the Sharp cut.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sharp. Rob. I'm sorry, bro. I don't want to laugh at you, bro. I support you, fam. I don't support the pimping thing. I'm not with that. But, and you know, all that human trafficking. But I support you, bro. I support your will to change your life. They done told everything about this nigga's business now. I know that this nigga lives in the projects, in a Mexican project now, bro. I know too much about this nigga, bro. And then boom, Champagne Poppy responded after he saw this message, and he said, what the fuck would I be talking that serious moment to shout out, or why would I be taking that serious moment to shout out that guy? Laughing emoji. And then Adam, here comes Adam. Like, bro, you
me, but there's
this right here is the death blow. I don't know what else Sharp can do. I don't know how he can come back from this. I think this is the third time that I've talked about Sharp here on the platform, which is great for him. Any platform helps that can talk about him to keep his name up there, right? But now his name is mixed with a lot of effery, you know what I'm saying? Clownery, as you could say. People are pulling up every clip they can find on this nigga, or now revealing any piece of information that they have on him, where they're like, oh, you know, back in the days when he was acting like this, oh, this is the reason why. It's like, oh, bro. Let me see if I can find something quick, fast, courtesy of my homie Gangland Neiman over there in LA. Oh, was this from yesterday? Yeah.
Talk that shit like, oh, well, you notice how Sharp ain't getting the same traction as everybody else who left no jumper. I'm not sitting here bashing you or putting bullshit on you. That's what they've been waiting for. Hey, homie, I've kept it on nothing but real about my problem. You want to blame liquor. You want to blame weed. You want to throw everything in the fucking equation, my nigga, instead of just sitting there saying, hey, me and a relationship just ain't there. I get why there is problems. You got to kind of put some.
This is not the exact video, but some of the things that their grievances that Adam has been talking about on the podcast as well is Sharp sitting in the room. He's drinking. He curses too much on the platform. He smokes too much. This is why I don't know, like, and I've explained this multiple times. When y'all see me on the platform and you do see any type of smoking that's happening, it's usually on a live stream. But if you're watching any pre-recordeds, bruh, I cut all of the smoking out. Anytime somebody goes to take a pull, I put the camera on the next person. Because, you know, I'm trying to get monetized out here. Let me go over to his channel because he had a video with that girl there from that used to be over there. What's her name? Zan Princess. Okay. And she's from Montreal, actually. Salute to Zan Princess. She went crazy. I don't feel like going to find her video, but she went crazy.
But now that the balance has been to excel in life.
Things.
Let's go to Summer for commentary.
Sharp and all this. Well, shit.
She's not even on no jumper anymore, and she came in for the curb stomp.
Nat Knox, one more time. Ollie Oop, here, there.
Whatever.
Dog Nick for the watermark too. Y'all see that up there? Sheesh. Shout out my nigga Nick, 2 C's, cuz.
Salute to Gang Night Neiman.
To excel in life. Break a bitch, whatever. That shit lame as hell. Like, no nigga like that, a broke man, exactly. Like, I just think like a lot of niggas is not real pimps for real, because real pimps, like, I don't know, like I was raised that real pimps just aren't like trying to fuck, like you gotta pay them to fuck.
I'll say she does have an authority on that, being from Montreal. If anybody in the chat, you know, who knows about Montreal or is from Montreal, that is pretty much one of the pimping capitals of Canada. Okay, it's the sex capital of Canada. So you know how that goes.
I mean, I just feel like the first day I ever went over there, I just don't like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't, you know what I mean, disrupt the balance.
My bad, John.
I mean, I just feel like the first day I ever went over there, I just don't like a nigga trying to pretend like we're cool when we're not cool for real. Like, I haven't heard from him since the show's been over, you know what I mean? And that was a nigga who was constantly on my line trying to fuck with me. And there's no malice about that, but I just, you know, now that the show's over, now I could actually say what the fuck I want to say, because I was a new person who was just working there, so I have to walk on eggshells so I don't, you know what I mean, disrupt the balance. But now that the balance has been disrupted, like, let's keep disrupting the balance. Like, it is what it is. Okay.
She got some chongas.
Nigga.
I appreciate the Playboy Cardi hoodie, but I mean, that's not going to get you no at the end of the day. And then, you know.
Whoa,
for real, Neiman. This nigga met her right away. Started giving her gifts. Here's a, you know, they tried to blend. They tried to bond over Playboy Cardi. I'm not gonna, you know, try to age shame him because whatever. She's a grown woman. She's not like a 19-year-old or something like that, right? Woman in her 20s. But other than that, like, it's just not pimping, bro.
Like, damn, Rari, like,
them Yearnings need a mic.
someone was making fun of you like this, blah, blah, like it was AI or something. Like, nigga, like, I had the 20-minute conversation. It's real. And so you're a liar. And you snapped on me for no reason. Nigga tried to smash me day one. Like, that shit was intimidating. Like, it's like that uncle that gives you a hug for like a little too long. You know what I mean?
Come on, man. Church. She said he was like the uncle that was trying to hug her for too long. She's twisting the knife in this nigga. Oh, man.
I mean, he'd be like, damn, like, I'm tired of this shit, man. I'm tired of niggas treating me like this, nigga. Can I get a hug? And you're like, I'm an emo ass girl. Like, I just started hugging. Like, you guys, my mom, like, I just started hugging my mom like a couple years ago. You know what I mean?
I call Cap. I call Big Cap. Big Cap.
Been kind of like emo.
Big salute to Gang Neiman. I'm going to run it from over here, though. Okay, let's do the uncut version. And trust me, I'll get off of the sharp topic just now, but hey, I'm having too much fun with this shit, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm ignorant. I'm dumb. Just leave me alone. So let me do my thing. Oh, man. I just need it without the commentary right now. I need the uncut version.
Like, you guys, my mom, like, I just started hugging my mom like a couple years ago. You know what I mean? I've always been kind of like emo, you know what I'm saying, type shit. So a little awkward. So the nigga was trying to bond with me through like fucking listening to Juice WRLD and shit like that. You know, that uncle that gives you a hug and lasts too long. So like he gives me he's like, I'm tired of this shit, man. And he's like, can I get a hug? And I just like give him a hug.
Nigga. Oh, that's some high school shit, bro. Come on, let me get a hug. And then he pushes his come on, baby, let me get a hug. They got church feeling bad. And he pushes his little church peepee in close to her, you know what I'm saying? Up on her midriff and shit. Ugh. Gross.
Hug. And he just like kept holding me, so I like kind of leaned back a little. So now our faces are like right here, and I'm like,
oh no, she did the Fat Joe lean back.
He's like, what's up? Like, am I ugly?
What's up, church? You ain't gonna kiss me?
Or something? And I'm like, no, like, just not on that, bro. Like, just not on that, bro. I just feel like I aired this out because he enjoyed watching everyone else be fired from the jumper. Like, he enjoyed watching the news be taken off because he felt as though he still had his place. And now that he does not have his place, it's like, haha.
That ain't pimping, church. That's not pee, bro.
Nigga, like, the last text message I have from him, it says, it's over. Like, and then he just said, it's over.
This nigga's hella emotional. Why are you DMing or texting this girl who clearly don't want nothing to do with you, and then you're going and then airing your grievances about what's happening with you on a network that she's not even on anymore, bro? The girl don't even work there no more. Why are you texting her? It's over. Do you want a hug for that, bro? You dirty, nasty nigga.
And when I spoke to him on the phone,
I gotta watch these Redskin niggas, bro. Listen, I'm not trying to get into some colorist shit, bro. But you gotta watch these Redskin niggas, bro. These house niggas, bro.
He said it's over. It's over, church. It's over, church.
Oh, it's
Like,
over,
nigga,
church. Come give
you
me a hug.
enjoyed watching that shit fall apart. Instead of being, you know what I'm saying, like the 50-year-old nigga you are, like, and being like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit is going left here. Let me make it right. Nigga said, no, like, let me watch this shit crash and burn because I don't like a white boy telling me what to do at the end of the day. I don't like a white boy, you know what I'm saying, running my life. And I can understand being upset because if all you have was, he told him basically he don't want to be a pimp no more. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my bad. I
don't want to be a player no more.
Oh, how old he was. But anyways, told him he don't want to be a pimp no more. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
She don't even care about keeping the man's secrets no more. The man didn't want his shit all in the streets like that. He wasn't actively out there doing the PI work. Was he? Oh, yeah, he was. He was. I don't even need to get into the Almighty Suspect video. This nigga dry snitching this nigga, bro.
Wall Street, anywhere. You're going to shoot the shits with the niggas. Like, the boss is smoking cigarettes. You might smoke a cigarette with the boss, so you're not left out. You might have a glass of champagne with the nigga, so you're not left out. You're trying to get information on how you could excel in your job you know what I'm saying? Even if the job isn't like extremely professional, we have porn stars there, all type of shit. It doesn't mean that it's a highly sexual environment where everybody's just fucking with each other. I've never had sex with not one nigga that worked there. Not one nigga. Not one. Yeah, exactly. Crib, they're able to like kind of analyze you and be like, oh shit, nigga, like.
Oh, here's when she gets to the crib. Watch this. This is the super curb stomp.
You know what I mean?
Toronto ambiance in the background there. Sorry.
And then you trying to talk shit about me. Like, that's kind of crazy. I personally would never even invited nobody over to that place if I were them. Like, because it's like once the person comes to your crib, they're able to like kind of analyze you and be like, oh shit, nigga, like, I thought you was on some shit. Like, don't seem like it. Like, it's just kind of, you know what I'm saying? And for me to even, I must have a lot of courage right now to be even speaking against this because it's just like, yo, don't that nigga slap bitches? He told me he was going to break them homie's face because
he did say that on camera. That video is probably demonetized.
Which is, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are not stop watching that. You know what I mean? I make money. There's that. Gets real money over here.
Taking a sip.
I'll be damned if I'm wearing a bunch of bust down moissanite chains and living in the Mexican projects. Nothing against.
Church. This is not good, bro. There's a fire. You need to put out this fire, church. Oh, man.
Against Mexicans, but the Mexican projects in North Hollywood, let's try to figure shit out. Like, let's make this shit work. But niggas is petty and niggas is jealous and angry and just that shit is crazy as fuck to me. Like,
she don't even work there no more. I need to see what this nigga's up to. Like, we got to check on Sharp. Okay. Just give me one more second, gang. I'm gonna check on Sharp. See if a pimp good. 5 hours ago, Sharp response to Sandprince.
You go off on me, Adam, about what some say to you. But nigga, we done seen full-blown of you and walking down the street with other men and doing whatever the fuck it is that you doing. Hey, I ain't never second question your business, your business. You sit over here getting DMs with somebody who I ain't never had a problem with ever a day in life.
Talk that shit, church. Let's fight back, bro.
Where's a picture of me and R1? And Zan, let's keep it real, baby.
Get her, church. Yo, church, get her. You can't let a bitch talk about you like that, church. You got all them trophies in the back. Don't they know what them trophies is about, church?
Tried to pull that bull, and I seen some shit that, Yeah, I get it. It was you. Come on, little mama. Your hair was f***ed up. You're wearing a little blush across your nose like you want to be an anime baby. I get it.
What else? What else? What else?
You calling me in Vegas. Sharp, where is it at? This been my home girl. I get it. Like, and if I could have moved to being in my prime, doing what I'm doing now, nah, I don't even want it. But in my prime shit, I'm gonna try to move the bitch.
He's trying to move the bitch. Oh, and he's censoring his own shit. Good for you there, church. You're learning.
But I kept it cool with her. Hair was fucked up online. People talking about it. Get her right. She called me in Vegas. It's kind of hard because people don't really like, they not really into your style, baby. I get it, like LA is like that movement, but Vegas, they not really looking for her kind.
So whoa. What'd you try to say over there, church? She was trying to get put on? Talk the truth, church. What really happened?
But she's still in tune with me. That's still my people. That's how I felt. She said, oh, he's crying. Like, what are you talking about, baby? I was never you. And you was still around me and being cool. You was on my stream late nights.
What's the price?
I know who you was doing it with. And it wasn't me.
Yo, listen, Sharp, quick, fast. I am transforming the content. Okay? Let me tell you something quick. And I'm going to transform it again. I'm going to put myself big on the screen, okay? Meet Finnegan. That's my dog right here. Listen. I am transforming your content right now, bro. We are doing commentary on the clips. Okay? We were covering a bunch of other shit. I'm sure Zan Princess ain't going to be handing out no copyrights. But I don't know if y'all know. From when the man crashed out originally a few weeks ago now, because this has been a couple of weeks now that we've been talking about Sharp and his crash out. The video that he was reacting to that initially set his panties in a bunch and got him all hype, he sent them niggas a copyright strike. For him reacting, for them having him in a video that he reacted to. That is not P, bro. That is not keeping it pimping, bro. Sorry, bro. That's some hoe shit. So listen, actually, let me finish my point here. I am transforming your content. I'm using your content in a transformative way. You're now starting to figure out how to use YouTube, so maybe you don't know. But if I see a strike on any of this shit, I will contest it, and then you're going to have to get a lawyer to be able to really stand on 10 toes on that strike. So unless you're willing to get a lawyer to fight, don't come near my channel with that bullshit, bro. That ain't P. I'm not the one curb stomping you. It's your former friends, bro.
I know that your house smelling like dogs when niggas was coming over there. Because you got all them damn dogs. I ain't mad at you, baby, but don't try to put my name in your mouth. Yeah, you done came over to my house. You done had some drinks. You done did all that. It's cool. What the fuck's ever been the problem?
The hugs are the problem, bro. She don't like the uncle creepy hugs, bro. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't like the pelvic hugs. It's gross.
You ever left uncomfortable? And you stayed for hours.
How does this nigga see anything in there?
You've been on my stream. Late nights.
What's the price?
Only reason you stopped with us because you got kicked off the channel. I was gonna put you on the fucking banner. They was like,
fam, what's his email address? Mr. Greasy Grumps says someone email Sharp and tell him to fix up. If I could, bro, if he could put his email address somewhere, I'll go check the channel. I will personally email him. Church, you need to calm down. You're looking kind of crazy out here. I'm watching you from up here in Toronto. There was a lot of people in Toronto who was really respecting Sharp real heavy when he first popped up on the channel. It's not the same anymore, bro. You need to chill out. Maybe start the Sharp tank on your own and just do your thing, bro. Don't even talk about these niggas no more, bro, because you're looking crazy. It's like fighting a super strong bully. And every time you punch them, you just make them more mad. And they're going to pummel you even more. So every time you talk about No Jumper, even though, don't get it twisted, he's making his money. He got $27,000 in 5 hours off this. But every time you talk about them, you open up another door, another member pops out the woodworks, and they're like, yo, guess what happened with me? Is it worth the beating? Is it worth the views, bro, to get the profuse beating that you're getting from No Jumper, Back on Fig, Community's been shitting on you, Point and Shoot? Bro, this is a collective curb stomping going on here, my nigga. Somebody check on this nigga after this shit is done, bro, because
Nah, nigga.
we don't want to get dark, but it can get dark.
Zan Princess, she wasn't even around like that. I'm like, well, shit, I thought we was all. So I had the whole little Last Supper. Maybe that's why you mad. I don't know. I don't know what your issue was. I don't.
But take a drink with you, broski.
But you was at my house multiple times. A lot of people was at my house. A lot of niggas, shit, everybody that came through. We had parties, whatever. Like, nigga, just kickbacks, whatever, man. I had people like, just because we are, we're chilling. Y'all had trying to rush me in my room. We've had to have their homegirls come get them out. Like, no.
What? What did that mean?
Trying to rush me in my room. We've had to have their homegirls come get them out. Like, no. They hear me like, hey, you need to get out of my room. I told Brick Baby. And he was there for that night. So, you know, I'm
snitching on the Brick.
telling the truth.
Okay.
I ain't never been on.
Church, what you got to say about the Drake shit? Tell me what you got to say about the Drake shit.
That talk crazy.
Sharp explains why Adam 22 blackballed him. Sharp reveals YGB needed a place to stay while he was in Shine. Started the Drake rumor.
I believe it was over the Drake situation, though, right?
Yeah.
So
Look,
like,
was Gordy. Gordy was the same nigga. That was the nigga that even talked about me having a Drake, like, right, some, oh, well, he got a Drake shrine in their church. But when your ass got shot, nigga, and you had nowhere to go, whose couch you lay on?
Talk about it, Church.
You first got out the hospital. I'm outside the hospital, nigga, eating hot chips, nigga, waiting on him.
Eating the hot chips too?
I leave the club for some bitches. Straight up. It was Gordy.
It's Gordy.
It wasn't nobody else. Now I'm outside, nigga. Gordy gets shot. I mean, some fucking hot, flaming hot Fritos. Now I pull up. Brick, no, I'm there. We at motherfucking California hospital. As soon as he get out, he come stay at my nigga, he come lay on my couch. I don't know if this nigga bleeding or not. It's the same nigga. had talked about my bathroom. Laying on my couch.
You gotta watch them niggas, bro. Them niggas ain't your friend. Nigga laid on his couch. You know what I'm saying? Healing up from the shooting. That's Brick Baby's brother, Gordy. He's all laid up. He got to go take a piss. And he goes and he sees all this Drake shit. He's like, what the hell? I didn't know Sharp was in a Drake like that. So here we have it, gang. The end of Sharp. He's going to keep on making videos until his views start going down. And he does have an opportunity to keep the swing up. After all this no jumper shit, and this is how I'll end this. After all this no jumper shit is done, Sharp, what you need to be doing is filming episodes of the Sharp Tank. If you're pimping hoes, if that's still what you're doing, fine. Do what you want to do. I'm not here to judge you, fam. But what I will say is take some of them girls, get some microphones, bring them to the crib, do whatever you got the mics. You know what I'm saying? You seem to be learning how to use the equipment. Film some podcast episodes, bro. Maybe film like 3-4 of them. Put them in the vault. Keep on running the no jumper shit into the ground. And then right before the trend starts going down, drop an episode of the Sharp Tank. Reloaded. Trust me, bro. DM me. Friday Ricky Dread on Instagram. I got your back, bro. I got plans. I think I can help Sharp revamp his whole shit. Trust me. I got you, bro. I want to get back over to the boy Hassan Campbell, aka Bronx River Poppy. Because like I mentioned before, he got demonetized. And he got demonetized by a prominent, well, he thinks that he got demonetized by a prominent West Coast member by the name of Whack 100.
Said it when we was face to face. He didn't. Now, after me leaking the audio, y'all already seen what happened. It brings us to where we at today. Me losing my monetization. And during that same live we did, Whack 100 told y'all exactly how he cost me my monetization, putting bots on my channels, slowing down, and he admitted that he cost me millions. I was on the verge of being a millionaire. I was the next millionaire. So now, niggas in the hood will rock your snot box if you run off with a key. He ran off with bricks of my legal money to feed my children and left me in a crazy, crazy hole. Let me ask y'all a question.
Damn, bro. Whack 100 is moving mucky. You're out here getting niggas pages zapped, bro. That's nasty work. Listen, I'm not. Let's stay away from Wax. Wax page could be a little bit tricky to navigate. We ain't trying to see no ass cheeks pop up on the screen. He's beefing with Big U. I just want to see if he's responding to Hassan Campbell.
Battery or no battery with solar? Let's break it down.
No responses to Hassan Campbell yet, but Hassan Campbell has gotten his page demonetized again. And I know what y'all were saying earlier, that this is not the first time he got his page demonetized. Come on, Friday, catch up. I keep up with Hassan Campbell stuff. I've been subscribed to his channel for a long time. And here's the funny thing. I'm subscribed to the man's channel, and I never get any notifications when he's live. If I go through, if I go on the YouTube page, or if I see him, like, let's say, pop up as a suggested video, I'm actually surprised. I'll get a Hassan Campbell notification maybe 1 out of every 10 times that he's live. So I have to go and catch the replays a lot of times.
And I have to face reality. Even though some of us might look like we in shape or out of shape, I done put on some pounds for an interview. But they didn't anticipate when I went to see Academics, because the first time I went to see Academics, I only brought one dude with me. So they thought when I came to do the meeting, I was going to do the same thing. No, I'm not stupid. I know I'm meeting with Tekashi 6ix9ine and Whack 100. I had 20 niggas with me in the building and was still outnumbered. We had niggas outside too and was still outnumbered, right? So now there's an understanding clear as day. If it goes down, it's going to go all the way down. So we had a good event. I'm thinking me and Wack good. We had the best time of our life. The very next day, he just started saying the most disrespectful stuff because he was supposed to set it when we was face to face. He didn't. Now, after me leaking the audio, y'all already seen what happened. It brings us to where we at today, me losing my monetization. And during that same live we did, Whack 100 told y'all exactly how he cost me my monetization.
Okay, we heard this part.
Millionaire. I was the next millionaire. So now, niggas in the hood will rock your snot box if you run off with a key. He ran off with bricks of my legal money to feed my children and left me in a crazy, crazy hole.
He's not wrong when it comes to what he's saying about bricks of his legal money. One of the problems I was seeing when I was watching this live earlier, because I actually watched this live literally before we started this live here. And he was saying that he was demonetized, but I seen some people donating to the chat through super chats, which to me means that doesn't necessarily mean you're demonetized. I don't know what the levels of demonetization are, because anytime that I've been demonetized in the past, it's just been like completely, like you don't get any levels to this shit. You can't upload for the next 7 days as far as the strike that you get. And then as far as your monetization, any videos that you upload, you're not going to be monetized. You're not going to be making no money off of. Your super chat option is basically gone. Y'all remember when I was demonetized back before, there was no super chat option on this on the bottom of the thing by the chat anymore. There was no little dollar sign. It was gone for like maybe whatever the amount of time that we were demonetized for. It was to the point where I didn't even want to live stream because I just didn't want to let the cat out the bag. It's like, damn, I didn't want people to know that we were demonetized. So I could understand how Hassan Campbell, for somebody who gets the amount of views that he gets, like if I go check the view count on this, it's like 23,000 views right now for the last 3 hours. All his shit does crazy. But, bro, he's probably losing out on at least 20 racks a month. Let me see if what the lore is, because I understand what happened between those two guys. They had the interview with Academics and Tekashi 6ix9ine. It was a big interview. It was probably like 3 years ago, and things came out of that, right? It was the first time that these guys got to meet in person, I think. What is this? Whack 100 bullets guy. Ooh, what's this? We're in some high level effery right now. Let's go, man. Let's go.
You already know the GOAT is back. Uh-oh, we got content.
We got content.
Okay, check it out. Whack 100. Bullets.
Okay. Oh shit. Oh shit. That nigga put on his best outfit. Oh shit.
Here go the thing, Bullet. You and Hassan was good. Now we heard his side of the story. What made y'all fall
Salute to drugs. Salute to the boy Big Apple. I see you. I see you, bro. I see you, brother.
out? He said he took you to the club, showed you love. Who, me? Showed you love and all kind of shit and all that.
You have to let the youth live.
Now he's really.
No, Whack. No, Whack. Let me talk. Don't talk for this nigga. So now, all that slick shit that you were saying, that you saying on the internet, so you gonna sit up there and tell me, when you came to my party, me and T-Mac party, you gonna tell me that I didn't bring you to the back of the club and buy you a whole fucking table and bottles, my nigga? You paid for one bottle, my nigga?
First of all,
Did you pay for one bottle at that club?
These niggas is arguing over stupid shit, man.
Wack hit me up. He said, "Yo,
We didn't ask you that. Did you pay for any drinks in that club, my nigga?"
Who
And
cares?
we all sat down. Everybody got established. I didn't pull you from the front door where the security is at. You and your cousin. I didn't pull you out to the table.
I never said you did. I never said you did."
So now you on the internet. What you did was you on the internet, and you telling everybody, "Oh, that ain't his party," and he was in the party starting fights and.
For you at the club, got you the bottle to the table, right?
I never said he did.
Okay, boom. He ain't denied that, right?
These niggas are arguing over some real petty shit. Let me find where the real part of the argument is.
One of the first situations that I set up, it was me, Gully TV, and my Doggy Diamonds, right?
You talking about set up for Bullet?
Listen, let me finish. We were supposed to do a live together, a stream, y'all, just like right now. And I pulled Bullet's Gotti up. And immediately Gully TV pulled out. So I'm hitting Gully TV up like, "Yo, why do you do that?" He said, "Because Doggy Diamonds told me not to with that nigga." Right? When I spoke to Doggy Diamonds said,
"You know that's not true. He lied."
Hold up. Hold up.
Lied about
The first time. Hold up. First and foremost, so you gonna tell me that Benny didn't have a problem with you after you got on the internet and told everybody that he was a rat?
2 hours. You was on the.
So you want to tell me? Hold up. No. So you want to tell me that you believe Benny didn't have a problem with you? You part of Hassan Campbell's platform. Now you part of Hassan Campbell's brand, and you calling Benny a rat. That's why Benny reached out to me. Matter of fact, Paul Benny.
These guys are arguing about a lot of people who are kind of not in the game anymore. You know what I'm saying? Arguing about Bimmy over there in Queens and who's a rat and who's not a rat. Just, I don't know, man. A lot of unnecessary shit. I want to know why Whack 100 would be responsible for getting Hassan Campbell's page demonetized.
I'm going to pull him back up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that there's respect where everybody can hear everybody's argument.
Bro, for you to say the Zulu his mama and he respond to Zulu you, that's where things don't rock me, bro.
Man, oh man, that live stream was going up. Whack 100, Bullet Gotti, Hassan Campbell.
Okay. Salute to Reg Give TV. Whack responds to Big Meech out of jail. Yeah, these guys, this is from 2 years ago. These guys have been beefing. Jesus Christ. I don't know how Hassan Campbell's going to get his page back. Because like I was telling y'all before, he's already a hot button on when it comes to YouTube. Doggy Diamonds demonetized by YouTube. Here's my response. Whack 100 brags about having Hassan Campbell's page packed. Destroyed on No Jumper.
Lied to you? He kept it cool. Did you ask him? About what? Did we talk? I asked him if you guys... don't know that. No, he said you guys had a conversation, yeah. For like an hour, right? Something like that. It was cool. He said it was cool. Did he ask you what I said? Did he tell you what I said to him? I don't remember. I got before he was cocky. Okay. And I was, and I did some... But I represent the BAN. Right. If you go to my Instagram, me and my man Fred Frenchie, we was in Budapest, and I started on hashtag BAN. Me and I represented, broke this down before. So, he was with me, and I did a few things, made a few calls, made a few moves, and boom, disappeared for him, right? What disappeared for him? That page on YouTube, like that. Look, you took away his monetization, and now you're bragging about it on podcast. I can never take away anything.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know it's real. Yeah, it was real. What happened to the guy that you toasted having a drink to that passed away?
So listen, let's backtrack just a little bit. I don't think his page is demonetized now. He's been on his little warpath, on a new warpath, or I guess continuing his regular warpaths. And he's mentioning that Whack 100 once upon a time got him demonetized. Currently, if I go onto his page, if I go to the Hassan Campbell page and I go to, hold on, there should be an option for me to super like. That's what I'm saying. There's no option to super like. There's no option for certain monetization type things. So I don't know. He might be currently demonetized at the moment. Yeah, there should be an extra option to do a super like. If I can go into description here, quick, fast. And you can donate to a video that's already been uploaded. Like YouTube gives multiple options now for monetization. They're trying to work with the creators out here. So I don't know. What y'all saying in the chat, quick, fast, before we get off of this topic here? Because I got a big one that I want to cover here. It might take a little time. Adam likes to inject himself into ish, and that ain't his biz. His passive aggressive starts problems in the world that he ain't from. Hassan Campbell turned his TV off. Listen, man, salute to Hassan Campbell. Pray for that brother right there. I think he needs beef. Beef helps fuel his channel, like it helps anybody's channel, I think. So I think he'll be all right. I don't think him having a beef with Whack 100 is something that we really need to worry about. You know what I'm saying? It's just helping out the viewership on his channel. I want to move on right here. And I'm going to do a quick search and put in India versus Canada. Obviously, I like to get into these topics when it comes to the city and it comes to the politics that happens over here and immigration. Immigration is a hot topic on this channel. And we've explored all of the different immigration scams that have been going on with the Indian population. We discovered a couple of days ago when we were doing the live that it went from 400,000 a year that were coming into Canada back in 2020 to now over 1 million a year coming into Canada, and 50% of those people are coming from India. Now, from that, what we uncovered that, there was a lot of scams that are going on for the reasons why they're bringing all of this immigration over here and the rise of the influx of immigration. But there's also been a lot of diplomatic unrest that's been going on that I've been watching. I like I told y'all, I tell y'all all the time, I watch a lot of CP24. I try to keep up with what's going on. I think a lot of this has to do with Trudeau just not having it completely tight with the powers that be over there in India. Let's go through a couple of videos and learn some shit.
No matter which country you're from, the allegations the Canadian government has leveled against the Indian government are absolutely staggering.
Also, viewer discretion advised, because they're going to be talking about a few people getting murked and stuff like that, like Indian diplomats and Canadian diplomats getting murked. Like, it gets deep.
I think it is obvious that the government of India made a fundamental error in thinking that they could engage in supporting criminal activity against Canadians here on Canadian soil. We will never tolerate the involvement of a foreign government threatening and killing Canadian citizens on Canadian soil.
Every part of that statement is a direct challenge, an accusation that India has not only violated international protocol, but has intentionally engaged in dangerous conduct that puts Canadians at risk.
It's about to get spooky.
Actions that are alleged to have taken place on Canadian soil are indeed a grave violation of our sovereignty and of Canada's rule of law.
Canada has expelled 6 Indian diplomats, including the High Commissioner to Canada. India has retaliated in kind, expelling 6 Canadian officials from Indian soil. And that has left 2 glaring questions with somewhat unsatisfying answers. What does Canada believe India did exactly? And what happens next?
Break it down, brother. Break it down.
From the commissioner of the RCMP to an audience of journalists.
It's not our normal process to publicly disclose information about ongoing investigation in an effort to preserve their integrity.
But, he continued to say, the threat to public safety and their own effort to work with Indian authorities to resolve the problem had both become so untenable that they had no other option but to go public.
Investigations have revealed that Indian diplomats and consular officials based in Canada leveraged their official position to engage in clandestine activities, such as collecting information for the government of India, either directly or through their agents, and other individuals who acted voluntarily or through coercion.
So let's break this.
Hold on. Before he breaks it down, because I just got to chill up my spine. I'm just thinking about just the amount of influx that I just explained to you guys. $1 million a year, 50% plus coming from India. How many of these people are agents of chaos? And I'm not saying, and listen, this is not an indictment on the good people that come from India and, you know, the good Punjabi people that are the majority of the people that come over here. It's not an indictment on y'all at all. But how many of them that are getting immigrated over here into Canada are being planted? Maybe I should ask you guys this question in the poll. I'll continue the video before I start the poll. But how many of them are being planted by the government for nefarious means?
This down in plain language, because reporters in the room had all kinds of questions for the commissioner along the lines of, what are you actually alleging?
TFC,
and he did provide
the
some
Trojan
answers.
horse.
So
facts.
The RCMP accuses Indian officials in Canada of gathering intelligence, using their positions and their contacts, sometimes through coercion.
Some of these individuals and businesses were coerced and threatened into working with the government of India.
And then, police say, Indian officials used that gathered intelligence to harass, intimidate, extort, and sometimes kill South Asians in Canada, specifically those who support the creation of an independent Sikh state carved.
Okay, the question I'm going to ask here, and they're going to get into the deep of the weeds. Are Indian spies coming in from immigration? X-File sounds, please.
Out of India's territory. India's government sees this movement as expressly threatening its sovereignty and has often branded elements of it as terrorist activity.
The RCMP chose to come out today and disrupt the pattern of Indian diplomats collecting through questionable and illegal means information on Canadian citizens that were then fed to criminal organizations that would then take violent actions from extortion to murder against Canadians.
The person serving you your Timmies could be a spy, gang.
CBC has reported extensively on the claim by both Canadian and US law enforcement that the Indian government has made use of criminal gangs to attack its enemies abroad. An unsealed US indictment late last year went into extensive detail of a failed plot to assassinate a Sikh political activist on American soil. That indictment accuses an identified Indian government employee working together with others in India and elsewhere to kill someone whose separatist organization the Indian government has banned, and the man hired to orchestrate the killing involved in international narcotics and weapons trafficking. In May of this year, the RCMP announced 3 arrests in the killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar, a Sikh activist who was gunned down last year in a parking lot outside a place of worship.
Police say the killing of a man outside a Sikh temple Sunday night appears to have been targeted.
The brazen act of violence has shocked Surrey's Sikh community.
The 3 men arrested, all alleged associates of a criminal gang with links to a notorious Punjabi gangster.
Okay, she's making my heart beat, bro. Jesus Christ, man. Because the thing is that gets me, like, these guys don't be looking like the super gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Mans have the little fluff haircut and shit like that. Maybe the mustaches might give it away. But bro, when these guys are having beef in the streets of Surrey, streets of Brampton, it's not all just some street shit that has to do with maybe some territory and some drugs or whatever. I feel like maybe only 30% of that shit has to do with any type of street beef. I think when these guys have like all out crazy brawls where you see mad niggas going, well, not niggas, but mad Indian guys beefing like 40, 50 deep, it's some political shit they're beefing about. It ain't got nothing to do with a brick. Or if it does, that brick money is going towards political space. Ew. I just broke another freaking door open in my brain, because I'm like, even all the drug trade, all of the money that's coming in from these guys who are now probably heavily involved in the drug trade and have a bunch of different gangs, not probably, definitely, right? And have multiple different Indian gangs or South Asian gangs that are bringing in keys or, you know, getting connects to in South America and all these different places. As besides the opioids and all that come from over there, like, bruh. Oh, all that money being made over here in Canada, go filter it back into the political system over there back home. It's a recipe for some good ass corruption right there.
Lawrence Bishnoi.
But what we've seen is from an RCMP perspective is the use of organized crime elements. And I will say what we've, and it's been publicly attributed and claimed by one organized crime group in particular, which is the Bishnoi group. So that's what we're seeing here in Canada. And we believe that that group is connected to agents of the government of India.
The RCMP claims Indian diplomats have been working with criminal gangs to effectively do their dirty work.
They are saying that
rewind
to agents of the government of India.
The RCMP claims Indian diplomats have been working with criminal gangs to effectively do their dirty work.
they are saying that this isn't just government of India officials. These are individuals who are networked within the community, that there could be organized gangs that are involved in perhaps the extortion or harassment and intimidation.
They've had to explicitly warn specific members of the Sikh community in Canada of specific threats.
Since September 2023, 12, 13?
At least a dozen.
At least a dozen.
And the scale.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yo, what's scary is this shit is going on right under our noses, fam. We be so focused on Blooded and Crippin' and East Side and West End. You know, we see a lot of shit on CP24. Shooting in the West End in North York. Shooting in North York this evening. Shooting in the East End in Scarborough this evening. They focus on a lot of shootings. All y'all niggas shooting each other. All you quote unquote hip hop niggas, hip hop culture ass niggas all shooting each other. While lo and behold, there's a lot of other shit going on under our noses. To be honest, I do see some stuff on CP24, but for the amount of shit that it seems that it's going on, I don't feel like we're getting to see the half of it. We're probably seeing a quarter of the shit. I remember I reported on something maybe 2 years back, and it was around the time that Sidhu Moosewala passed, R.I.P. Sidhu Moosewala. And there was a podcaster, and I feel crazy saying it right now. There was a podcaster that got ran up on at his studio. And they whooped that trick. So, and the funny thing about it is I'm there watching. I seen that on CP24. I was like, damn, why they gonna beat up the podcaster? Guys, we're just trying to learn. Just trying to learn over here. Please do not come for this podcaster. Please. Please. Just trying to learn. And I went into a Uber one day and I seen a decal on the back of the Uber of CD Musiwala. I was like, oh, dope. He was a pretty dope artist. You know what I'm saying? I just did a documentary on him not too long ago. What do you think? And, you know, the person at the cab or the Uber driver was like, yeah, dope, cool. Yeah, I love his music, blah, 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 blah. Having a great conversation. So I decided, you know what? Let me take my journalistic brain and maybe try to find out some information about what I was seeing on CP24. And I ask, what's your thoughts on that podcaster who got beat up in Brampton? You know, I was like, what was he saying to get him beat up? Like, I don't understand. I don't know. The person just started getting like nervous. Like, I don't know. Where are you going now, so sir? Like, it's just changing the subject. Okay, this is your thing is just coming up just soon. Completely change the subject. They didn't want to talk to me no more. The conversation went sour. It wasn't the greatest conversation that we were having maybe 2 seconds ago. You know what I'm saying? So Entertainment said, me no speak English. All of a sudden, it was like fluid English, and then me no speak English. What? Podcaster? What's a podcast? Right? So I don't know what was going on in that world, and I don't speak the language, so I need to get one of these AI translators to really get to the deep of this shit, because, bruh, I would be watching the Indian news on the regular if that was the case.
Scale of this alleged operation?
In regards to homicide, there's approximately 8 individuals that have been arrested and charged in relation to homicides. In relation to extortions, there's at least 22 individuals that have been arrested and charged. Some of these have connections to the government of India.
To be clear, we're not seeking diplomatic confrontation with India.
Nope.
But we will not sit quietly as agents of any country are linked to efforts to threaten, harass, or even kill Canadians, period.
Although the angry tone has been really quite consistent, it has also escalated this last time around with these latest allegations.
Now, it's hard to overstate just how this all represents a fundamental breakdown of trust between Canada and India.
This is not good, and the trend lines are going in the exact wrong direction. Number one, assume that diplomatic relations are going to get worse, and assume trust in that bilateral relationship is going to get worse. Like, that is that much, I think.
Hold on, I got to read this comment here on the screen. Salute to One Up M. He says, go 800 kilometers towards Thunder Bay, and they own every business in the literal middle of nowhere. Everywhere. Bro, I went to the statistic the other day. All right, I'm going to put up a clip of that video just now where we found out the stat was 1 million per year. I was like, wait a minute. 1 million a year? That's crazy. And then like 56%. All one spot, bro. And listen, man, that's on the government for what they want to do, and they have their plans, whatever it is, what it is. We got to live with it. We ain't got no choice in the matter. The only choice that we have, I guess, is voting. But you know how that go.
Can probably take to the bank.
And not just because Canada has accused India of wrongdoing, but because India has rejected outright even the suggestion that its diplomats have done anything wrong.
Canada's Justin Trudeau shamelessly lied about India, this anchor says, but India stayed strong.
And all earlier attempts to find.
So they're on complete denial. Like, organized criminals. We ain't got none of those over there. What are you talking about? I call cap on that, bro. I call super cap.
Find a resolution privately fell apart.
When I spoke with Prime Minister Modi at the end of last week, I highlighted how incredibly important the meeting between our national security advisors in Singapore this weekend was going to be. He told me that he was aware of that meeting. I impressed upon him that it needed to be taken very, very seriously.
But here's India's official statement, calling Canada's accusations preposterous imputations, adding this is all just part of Justin Trudeau's political agenda.
There was a lot of fury in the statement.
Here's the thing. And I'm just trying to think if I can get into their tax bracket, or not even their tax bracket, just their mentality for a quick second. If I'm one of these big government types. If it's a case of our country don't like your country, and the floodgates are now open as far as the immigration, and I work in the government, and I know a whole bunch of people that I can plant into your country every time that the airport opens up over there at Pearson or over there at the Vancouver International Airport. I could just send for every, let's do a number that we can work with. For every 30 just regular citizens, out of those 30, I can send 10 secret agents. Especially if I don't like y'all country right now. Like, I'm not going to act like Canada is giving us or acting like we're the most likable. If people don't like Canada right now, I don't blame them. Especially when it comes to our politics. We're a joke. I'm sure India ain't the only place that are like, you guys are a joke. This is your king? Like, this is your prime minister, Mr. Moist, Mr. Flips is here? Get this guy out of here. Is this your guy? The guy who, you know, and I'm going to get deep, okay? YouTube, calm down. But the guy who's lets drag queens go teach at the school? That dude? Right? Entertainment said, oh, is that your country? The one that they let be a crackhead be the mayor for mad long with obvious signs that the nigga was on crack? Yeah, that country. Right? Mr. Blackface? Yeah, that country. Oh, you mean that country where when the lockdowns was happening, we were the most super extra stringent with the lockdowns to the point where now everybody's like cringing for money. Food banks are like literally running out of food or not even getting to their quotas of the amount of food that they want when Thanksgiving just passed the other day because the niggas ain't got no money because they kept us inside too long or put people in positions where they had to choose their choices and their own autonomy over being able to go get a bag and go back to work. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Because Trudeau was in charge when that shit was happening. Where people were losing their jobs because they weren't getting a jabby jab by force. So then we didn't even have control over our own bodies. I'm not trying to get on some big bite Chris Sky type shit, but the nigga was speaking a little bit of facts at the time. A lot of bit of facts. Yes, that country. The country that, because of all of the ways that we handled that lockdown, Joe Rogan ain't even trying to come here no more. The biggest podcaster in the world is like, F your country. I ain't coming over there. What do you mean? The one that Trudeau runs? When we were outside at 7 o'clock in the evening, clink, 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 clink on some stupid shit like a bunch of monkeys. Like, thank you, master, for the crumbs. One Up M said, you got the shot, didn't you, Friday? Yeah, nigga. I went into the Okie. I didn't get 4 of them. I got the one and the follow-up, And then when they started talking about, oh, we got to do 3 and then 4 and then, you know, maybe next year if you want to do another, yo, chill, bro, chill. For relax on that, broski. Peace Love said freeze your bank account. Make niggas have to walk around with some shit in their phone that niggas don't even care about. They went crazy over here. When the world was opening back up, we were like, hold on, one more minute. Hold on, one more minute. So I could understand if another country's like, you guys are jokes, fam. How dare you talk to us like that, bro? Oh, you don't like us? We don't like you neither. And guess what? We're going to send as many people as we can to bust your country up from the inside. Watch what we do. Give us about 10 years. Shit is crazy.
From India's Foreign Affairs Ministry, they say that he is using this for the election coming up next year in Canada.
Whatever happened at that meeting.
Listen, man, you'll be a turd. You're a sheep goofy if you're voting for that nigga next election time around. If we want to, listen, I'm not even trying to get extra political on this shit. But if we want to look like clowns for the next 10 years, then vote Trudeau. I'm not even saying vote for the Polyev guy. I don't know what he got up his sleeve neither. But Jesus Christ. We're looking crazy on the international stage right now. We got Mr. Blackface out there talking for us right now, bro. No wonder these guys are like, yo, let me just plug up your whole country with bear spies and gangs. Or gang spies, or spies that join gangs, or spies that control gangs. Whatever we got to do, F y'all niggas. We got you. I got you, Trudeau. You don't want to shake my hand properly? Watch what I do to y'all country. We don't got to throw one bomb at you niggas. We'll just freaking implode you niggas from the inside. Stop me when I'm lying. Yeah, Trudeau come after Friday stream after. Listen, fam, I might have to take the damn stream down, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to take the damn stream down after this shit, bro. Because they ain't trying to hear all of this type of shit when it comes to this to these YouTube screets. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of left leaning that happens over here. So if you're curb stomping blackface man over there, they'd be like, yeah, I heard you. I don't want to keep my monetization. It's almost Christmas time.
I can guarantee you that it did not go well. I mean, they talked about it not meeting expectations. I think that's probably the understatement of this conversation.
India's government has underscored the high standing of their High Commissioner, 36 years of service, but among the 6 diplomats Canada has just expelled. And they've said quite plainly, as they did with the assassination of Hardeep Singh Nijjar on Canadian soil, that any assertion the government of India was involved is simply untrue.
There's a lot of cap too, though. You guys got to chill when it comes to that. Y'all niggas be capping like crazy. I could understand Trudeau calling them out too. Let's play a little bit of devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying? You can't have these niggas out here mashing up the place, just doing whatever the F they want, sending bear spies, having mad gangs over here, calling them gangsters or calling them rappers and shit like that. Like, we clear, and with all due respect to the community out there, bro, we clear that Sidhu was on some political gangster shit, right? He was playing both sides of that fence, which means you're playing, not even both sides, you're playing, they both work hand in hand. This nigga went from being a student to a rapper, like a gangster ass rapper, to somebody in politics, to dead. Yeah, okay. Trudeau ain't wrong neither, bro.
2022, Sidhu started his day like any other. A couple of nights
Dude got married to Amandeep Kaur, a Canadian, until November 2022, preparing for his wedding, which will take place this year. Where's the politics part? Because this nigga wanted to get into politics. He got, is it around here? Public showing of the movement of the Indian farmers that became more popular in Canada with the protest in September of 2020. I also want to mention that not all the videos on Sidhu's YouTube channel were with him performing the songs. His writing and his A&R skill had videos on his channel like Aj Kal V, performed by Barbie Man, any kind of musician. To understand the ops, you have to know a bit more about Sidhu's alleged top op, Goldie Brar. I'm going to read you a quick excerpt from IndianExpress.com to give you a better understanding of Brar's interesting backstory and some of the plot twists that's going to make sense in our conclusion. Who is Goldie Brar? Satinder Singh, alias Goldie Brar, is a close associate of gangster Lawrence Bishnu. He was involved in an extortion racket being run in-state. It is alleged that he had a hand in the murder of Youth Congress leader Gurral Pelhalwan. He is now living in Canada and operating there through a module in Punjab. Brar is a native of the Faridkot district in the state. Of late, Punjabi as well as neighboring state Haryana are seeing turf war between gang of jailed gangster Lawrence Bishnu and the slain gangster Devinder Bambiha. I'm joining Congress as the party has leaders who have come from Congress. So this nigga went from student, and that's in the beginning of this doc, and every other doc that's on this guy, right? And RIP, right? Went from student to super gangster rapper, talking about political undertones in the raps, to saying, you know what, F it, I'm gonna run for, I don't know. I'm not deep into the politics like that, so I don't know exactly what he was running for. I think it was the leader of a certain party in that area. You know what I'm saying? Common families. For instance, Cabinet Minister Amarinder Singh Raja warning, who has risen from common families, he said, I want to become a part of the system to transform political corruption. In a statement to Indian Express, he said, I'm not coming into politics for status or to earn praise. I want to become a part of the system to transform it. I am joining Congress to raise the voice of people. He's joining Congress. Congress as the party has leaders who have come from common families. For instance, Cabinet Minister Amarinder Singh Raja warning, who has risen from common families, he said. Though he was receiving backlash from a percentage of the Punjabi people, as well as the opposing political parties, his love overshadowed the hate. Sidhu also began racking up court cases. Musiwala had been booked in multiple cases for promoting gun culture under the Arms Act. It was alleged that in December of 2020, Musiwala had sung a song glorifying Jamnal Singh Bhindranwale and other separatist leaders. Subsequently, he ended up losing it. The man's bigging up separatist leaders in his raps. So all of this shit is all mixed together, B. That same student that's coming down here, not the same one, because it's obviously different people, different families, different reasons that they're coming here. Okay? There's going to be a lot of people. There's a lot of people who are coming here. They're just coming here to get a better life. They don't got a bunch of money back home. They didn't go to a big college over there and say, okay, let me just continue college over here. Because the nigga went to college over there in India. He had already went to school over there. So to come over here and then do additional school is only because you got money. Everybody else is coming over here. They're either trying to get to work or they do that little scam that I showed y'all in the old video a couple of days ago, where you just go to school for a certain amount of time so you can get your work visa or whatever, student visa, I mean, and boom, you're off to the races. We'll figure out if we can stay or not. You feel me? One of those DeVry type bullshit ass schools. So when you got the people who are coming over here with the income, like, yo, I could put you in York, I could put you in whatever schools that they got over there out west. Pick a school, son. Them's the ones you have to watch for. Because as far as the allegations that Trudeau's been saying that there's a lot of spies being sent, I'm sure a lot of them are being, and a lot of people with political ties besides just being spies, a lot of them are being sent through the school system. But not the, like I said, DeVry ass, cheap ass universities, the ones that are going to UFT. Maybe not Ryerson. Ryerson's like, it's the school you just go to show your fit, right? With all due respect to the Ryerson people. But any school of stature that costs a little pretty penny to be in there, you gotta watch what that student's aspirations are. I might want to be a doctor. I might want to be a lawyer. I might want to be a doctor or lawyer for a gangster. Same job, same things apply, but who is serving is different. And when you're serving the gangsters, what we're starting to realize is that you're serving the government at the same time. A lot of that gangster shit that happens, listen, when it comes to the blacks and the whites and all of that type of stuff, all that gangster shit that we're arguing over and the ops and I'm spinning on them and blah, 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 that's for Canadian or American reasons only. We're just doing that because we got issues with each other. We're fighting over territory, whatever it is. When you see these guys fighting over some shit and it has to do with territory as well, like the same shit that we fighting over, drugs, or you know what I'm saying, you robbed me, whatever it is, there's way more implications that are involved in you trying to rob that dude. There's way more consequences and more levels up. Like, I'll pull back some of the velvet curtain. Like, a lot of times are going and you're trying to get higher in levels in the drug game, and you're trying to stay independent. Eventually you're going to bump into an HA somewhere along the way where you're like, okay, yeah, you're going to have to be my supplier, or somebody in the mob somewhere along the way where it's like, okay, yeah, you're going to have to be my guy. But somebody's going to stop you before you get to go directly to the plug down there in South America. You're going to have to get a middleman most of the time. Okay, Entertainment said big dogs. Yes. You know what I'm saying? You got to get with the big dogs if you want to take it to the next level. All right. Now, when it comes to these guys, I'm sure some of those rules still apply, but they got their own thing going on, broski. And a lot of that money and power, besides the money, the power and influence that happens over here on Canadian soil transfers thousands and thousands of kilometers or miles back to their country and has implications over there. Right? So a street beef or somebody who's beefing over anything that's going on over here in Canada is because of something that's happening over there. Just keep that in mind. I think I'm going to end it there. I do have a premiere that's starting in the next half an hour. Look out for the Infinite Interview. Okay? Infinite Interview, drop it at 6 p.m. All right? Premiere is going down. I'm going to keep you guys updated on what's going on with the boy Top 5, and we'll circle back and interview coming soon. All right? Until then, we are off of this. Deuces.